That brings question to you, Bob, in the sense that what have you observed in terms of the communication point? When you interact, being in the data incubator environment, you might be interacting with a lot of different people. It might be venture capitalists, it might be people who do not understand anything about the data, or they might be caring about the problem, but they might not be caring about the issues that are important with the data, the issues that are important in developing a particular technology. So how do you bring that communication to the table? What is required for that, so that we can have the upcoming data analytics engineering graduates have those skills or start to learn those kinds of skills?
That is a very good question, and it continues to be an aspect of professionalism that challenges me every time I communicate with anyone. Who you have no idea how many different types of backgrounds everyone has. Many times you will find yourself interviewing with, or collaborating with, or working for. You encounter people in every aspect of your professional career that have a variety of backgrounds. So I think it's important to always consider the audience, figure out what it is that they will understand about your story, and communicate it thus. It's important to have, if you create a data analytics product, that will typically have visualizations, maybe there's some statistics underlying it, maybe there's a machine learning model. Your audience will have so many different backgrounds, and they will have different types of questions, each of them for you. Perhaps you want to create different versions of your presentation, focus on different things. I think there's an art to talking to people from a variety of backgrounds that we all need to learn, and we're all still learning.
Well, I think because it's an actually important issue, and we all face, even we still face today, like being in your career, you may be at various stages, but you might be facing this issue. But some people have mastered this art, and as time passes by, we learn this art, that how do we communicate that information. It's not that if you talk in an information science world, you are throwing data. If you're not actually transferring the information, you're throwing data to someone, and that's not meaningful in enhancing anybody's knowledge, right? So thanks, Bob, for that key insight, but let me actually touch upon to this same question and same issue, and hear from Kyle as well. Being in an academic environment and being a research assistant, how does and research environment is typically the environment where you are thinking like the problems of next 3 to 4 years, not like what is immediately the key problem, but or it could be a solution, but what could be a future solution. And therefore, the kinds of insights, the kinds of needs of information that are there, the kinds of technologies that you have to develop that are there might be forward thinking and all. So how does your communication in an academic environment, in a research center setting, differentiate yourself when you think about, let's say, your usual environment of communicating, let's say, in a class? Right, so, or in a environment like what Bob mentioned, that where you will be going, in future in an industry where you have to talk to different people, but the kind of experience what you are having right now, from that, what kind of lessons you think are important, and what kind of challenges also that you think are important for this communication?
Yeah, so when I'm doing the research and I'm working with our professors, you're obviously talking at a higher technical level. And you kind of take that for granted. So when I'm talking to people from different disciplines or may not have the same technical proficiency, I have to actively think about how I'm going to convey the information to them, particularly what my research is, or what kind of problems are they having, how can we address those. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and yes, go ahead.
Another thing I did not mention the first time is that when you produce an analytical product of any sort, it's useful to play devil's advocate with your own work. What kinds of questions will you be asked, and how do you think your result will be interpreted down the line? I have done a lot of work for people mostly in the defense industry, where a lot of times the question that I'm being asked, I already know what answer they want. So at that point, what I have to do in order to be honest with myself and the taxpayer and my company is to couch my analytical product in a way, okay, I know what answer you want, but under what circumstances can we get that answer? So maybe I produce a visualization that shows, maybe it's a stoplight chart. These are green areas, means your technology solution will work just fine in these conditions. In another, maybe use red bullets here when you reach things that that the technology solution cannot address. Because what you have to do is you have to know that anything that you as a data scientist